Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I thought of trying something new. So I'm going to share a dish that I recently came up with not that long ago. And This is sort of like a fusion dish. But my idea is to start, hopefully at some point, a cooking channel or something of that nature, maybe included in my Buy Me a Coffee site. I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed, since I'm limited with the possibilities in the technical field. Like I don't have a professional team that can film me cooking, so it's going to be a very homey type of beginning, and hopefully that will be okay. So this is I call this a sort of a hot noodle dish, which includes palm hearts, chickpeas, what else? Peanut butter, all natural stuff. At this point here, what I'm doing is I'm just frying the palm hearts, the hearts of palm. Now I'm frying them in a oil. And what I did is I actually cooked the oil and the garlic in the oil first, but I removed the garlic, and then I just added the palm hearts. After cooking them for a little while, getting them a little bit roasted, you add spices. Right? In this particular case, I added pepper, I'm adding chili. Now, because this is a hot dish, I'm adding quite a bit of chili powder. Now, all the ingredients, all these powders, I've actually grounded them myself from the original spices and herbs, the dried ones. And same thing here with oregano that I'm adding as well. It's one of my favorite, I think, herbs ever. I also added some anise, which is fennel seeds. But in this case, again, I grounded the fennel seeds. So that's about it for the time being. So it's just basically roasting a little bit. It's not a complicated dish, but there aren't that many complicated dishes when it comes to just making a little sauce and adding some pasta, because in this case I'm adding egg noodles. So yeah, so the water is already relatively hot. I'm just gonna wait until it boils a little bit and then add the noodles. Now, as I mentioned, all the ingredients they came from a base, in the sense of, except for the palm hearts, which I just bought them in a can and then sliced them up. But the chickpeas, they were dry, soaked them overnight, and then cooked them the next day. And I took the peels off of the chickpeas to help the digestion. Here I'm adding the noodles to the hot water. Now these particular noodles take about 5 to 7 minutes. The water, I think I've already salted it a little bit. Now the salting of water when you're cooking pasta, that sort of comes with experience, because it depends on the type of pasta that you're cooking, the company that you're using, the company that the pasta comes from. So there's different factors involved. That's why when it comes to cooking, it's more of an art form. It's not like baking, where you have precise measurements in order to accomplish the goal. In cooking platters like this one, and here are the chickpeas that I cooked, and and they're pretty much ready, with their sauce. Because I cooked them in a little bit of a sauce that I made with it, with herbs and stuff like that. yeah, so getting back to the art form, well, what happens is that because you're not dealing with specific measurements, and you're dealing with different companies and different products that behave differently when you're cooking them. As I mentioned, like the pasta, for example. Pasta, it depends, how the pasta will react, let's say, in the sense of will it stay al dente? Will it overcook quickly? And that depends again on the type of pasta you're using and the company, because different companies, the pasta reacts differently because they're made a little bit different. So as you can tell, it seems like a very simple thing, which it is in in the sense of viewing it, but at the end, the final taste will depend on all these little minor factors. And as I mentioned, that takes time and experience, because you need to do this quite a bit, and to get a hang of it, to use the particular products, so you know how to adjust accordingly. Now, what I did there just before is I added soya sauce to the dish, because this is like a fusion dish, as I mentioned. A little bit of Italian, a little bit of Mediterranean, let's say, and a little bit Eastern, and I'm also adding peanut butter. Okay, that's a natural peanut butter with no sugar or anything. So and it creates a nice overall taste with the soya sauce. It's like a peanut butter soya sauce, and yeah. So it just needs some liquid, which I can take from the boiling water, since the water is already hot, and it's got a little bit of flavor as well. And that's the sauce. That's basically the sauce. It's just a matter of preparing it, waiting for the pasta to finish cooking, which should be any moment now, and that's about it. Now, in this particular case, the colors are quite bland overall, because of the peanut butter, the soya. It's just a sort of like a darkish gray color, brownish. So it's if you want to sort of liven up the platter, you can add let's say parsley at the end, like leaves of parsley, if you have fresh parsley, whatever fresh herbs you have, that would be, I think, okay. Whatever you like, including with the spices. Whatever spices you like, then use those ones. But in this particular case, chili powder is very important, because it is a hot dish. And again, the chili powder comes from chili flakes, which I grounded, into a fine grind. And the reason I do that is because it's sort of like easier for it to blend into the overall meal. And the secret to a meal is usually, or to any type of platter, especially in the Italian side of things, is to have nothing really stand out in the sense of flavor, but all you know is that it's very good. But the different aspects, the different flavors are very hard to distinguish. Now that I'll go into when I cook Italian dishes, if I get a chance to do that, and if people are interested. So that's about it. And the other thing is, maybe you can have, in this particular case, to add color, like a couple of hot chilies, that you can even broil ahead of time and just add them, at the end. Or even the stuffed little cherry like hot peppers, And you could stuff them with whatever you like and just add them to the platter. So yeah, just to add the color and a little bit of and especially if you like hot stuff, you know. Now here I'm making sure that there's enough of the chickpeas, and it actually comes out, I think, quite nicely. The chickpeas with the peanut butter and soya sauce blend, I think, very nicely together. Anyway, so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the dish, and yeah, let me know if you're interested in seeing more. Bye. Thank you.